Okay, let's just try to get our heads around this. We are about to dive into, I think, one of the most consequential plants on the entire planet, a complete paradox.
It's an incredible contradiction, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're talking about a plant that our sources describe as both sacred and profoundly dangerous.
Right. And it's the foundation of an $850 billion global industry.
And at the exact same time, it's responsible for the deaths of about 8 million people every single year.
That's that's a staggering divide. So our mission today in this deep dive is to really explore how one plant, Nicotiana tabacum, cultivated tobacco, can be both of those things.
Mm. We have to follow its journey from this, ancient and respected organism to something that's literally labeled a global health threat.
It's a whole biological and cultural story.
And it's a wild one. It starts in the spiritual gardens of the Americas and ends up branded a noxious weed.
So let's start with the plant itself. What are we actually looking at? If you were to see it, what does it look like?
Well, picture this. It's an herbaceous annual. It grows pretty tall, maybe 1 to 2 meters, so up to your shoulders.
Okay.
And it's covered in these tiny, kind of sticky hairs, and it has these really quite beautiful flowers, white or pink, sometimes a reddish color.
So visually, it doesn't scream danger.
Not at all. It sounds pretty unassuming until you look at the family tree.
Ah, right. This is where it gets interesting.
This is where it gets really interesting. Tobacco is firmly in the Solanaceae family, the nightshades. And that family is, it's just a case of chemical and nutritional schizophrenia.
Every family has a few belladonnas among the potatoes, I suppose.
That's the perfect analogy, because on one side, you have these legendarily toxic plants. You have belladonna, deadly nightshade. You have mandrake, people used to call it Satan's apple.
And Jimson weed, the devil's snare.
Exactly. These are plants defined by their potent, dangerous toxins.
But then in the very same family, you have some of the most important foods on the planet. Wonderfully delicious things that are the bedrock of our diets.
Tomatoes, potatoes, peppers, staples.
And tobacco is sitting right there in the middle of all of them.
It is. It has
Yep.
the chemical complexity of its toxic cousins, but it's achieved the agricultural success of its edible relatives. It's a nightshade that has just perfected the art of survival.
I was really struck by that in the sources, just how tenacious it is. It really does not seem to care where it grows.
It is wildly adaptable. It thrives in this huge range of habitats. You find it in forests, savannas, wetlands, even up in the mountains.
In soil.
Soil means nothing to it. It'll handle sandy, loamy, heavy clay, acidic, basic, neutral pH. It just grows.
Okay, but this is the detail that gave me that real aha moment. The absolute best, most prized tobacco is grown in volcanic soil.
Yes.
Plantations will literally seek out land right near active volcanoes.
It's a perfect illustration of its resilience. It actually prefers those mineral-rich, often quite harsh conditions. As one of our sources so perfectly put it, it's no wonder volcanoes smoke.
That is just a fantastic image. It says everything.
It really does. Now, to truly understand this plant, we have to go back in time. We're talking at least 3,000 years.
Okay.
It's thought to have originated somewhere in South and Central America, probably in the region we now call Mexico. And its domestication is just. It's profoundly ancient.
And here's the part that really changes the context of early agriculture for me. The research suggests that tobacco's cultivation might have actually predated other essential food crops.
Or at least laid the groundwork for them.
Like maize.
Like maize. And just think about that implication for a second. This plant that we now see as, a vessel for disease might have been the very organism that taught humans how to farm effectively in that part of the world.
Wow.
So by the time Europeans show up in the 15th, 16th centuries, tobacco already has this immense cultural, medical, and spiritual significance for indigenous peoples all across the Americas.
This wasn't just some recreational thing. It was central to their lives.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It was considered a highly sacred healing plant for both the body and the spirit. The traditional uses we read about, in ceremony, for prayer, in smudging, it was seen as a direct conduit to the spiritual realm.
I saw mentions of dried leaves being worn for protection.
Worn or hung, yes. And it was used as a traditional gift, a sign of respect for elders and knowledge keepers, especially in North American First Nations and Metis communities. It was a kind of spiritual currency.
And we absolutely have to underline, for you listening, the enormous chasm between that tradition and what came next.
Without a doubt. The respectful, sacred, traditional use is a completely separate universe from the mass-produced commercial tobacco that defines the modern world. That shift from a sacred gift to a ruthless commodity changed everything.
And that transition is really powered by the plant's biology. It's not just that it's tolerant, it grows incredibly fast, and it can reproduce asexually.
So you combine that natural ability with humans planting it all over the world, far outside its native range.
And you get a global invasive species.
Exactly. It escapes cultivation so easily. It's become invasive in Cuba, all over Asia, Europe, the Pacific Islands.
It's so aggressive that it's earned some pretty colorful names in the agricultural world.
Oh, the global compendium of weeds does not hold
That's
on.
called a casual alien.
A garden thug.
And my favorite, just a noxious weed.
That compendium throws more shade at this nightshade than anyone. But that aggression, that potency, it isn't just in Nicotiana tabacum. There are relatives.
Let's talk about the heavy hitter then, Nicotiana rustica, otherwise known as Aztec or strong tobacco.
Right, this is the wild cousin from the South American rainforests. And the key fact here is that it's about 3 times as potent as the Virginian tobacco we commercially smoke.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah.
And according to all the sources, it tastes absolutely terrible.
So if it's that strong and tastes that bad, why? Why is it important?
Because its chemical strength means it has these incredibly diverse practical uses that has nothing to do with smoking. It's used as a really powerful natural pesticide.
Okay, that makes sense.
And topically, it has traditional uses for treating swelling, skin diseases,
Yeah.
even scorpion stings.
That's fascinating. So it's this powerful, multi-use plant that shows the chemical potential of the whole genus, way beyond just addiction.
Absolutely. Most of the other species are just flowering tobaccos, pretty ornamental plants for your garden.
Yeah.
It's really just tabacum and rustica that have this potent chemistry.
Which brings us to the chemistry that powers that $850 billion industry. Nicotine, the addictive alkaloid.
And here we have to make a really crucial clarification, something that gets lost in the public conversation all the time.
What's that?
Nicotine itself does not cause cancer. It is the highly addictive compound. It's the hook that keeps the customer coming back, but it's not the primary carcinogen.
Although some newer research does show it can interfere in the development of cancer.
It can affect certain critical steps, yes, but it isn't the direct villain.
So if nicotine is just the hook, what are the true villains? What's actually causing all the disease we associate with smoking?
The true culprits are specific carcinogenic compounds that get created either through processing the leaf or, much more commonly, through the act of burning it.
Okay, what are we talking about specifically?
2 main groups.
Mm-hmm.
First, you have polycyclic hydrocarbons. Now, these are chemicals that form whenever you burn organic material imperfectly,
So
like burning crude oil, coal, gasoline,
Mhm.
and tobacco. The very act of setting fire to the plant is what generates these cancer-causing agents.
So combustion is problem number 1. What's the second group?
The second is nitrosamines. And these chemicals form specifically when tobacco leaves are aged or processed for commercial use. So those 2 groups, the hydrocarbons from burning and the nitrosamines from processing, are the root of the vast majority of cancers caused by tobacco.
So nicotine creates the addiction, turning people into repeat customers, all 1.3 billion of them around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the chemical soup from burning and processing that does the killing. And the scale of that is just devastating.
It truly is. The World Health Organization is incredibly blunt about it. They call tobacco use one of the biggest public health threats the world has ever faced.
8 million people a year.
8 million people globally. It's a staggering number, and it points to this really deep economic paradox.
Tell me about that, because it gets even darker than just the health side.
Yeah, the economic side contributes directly to global poverty. When a product is this addictive, money that should be going to food, to shelter, to education basic needs gets diverted to buy tobacco instead. It traps people.
And the irony is just, it's unbelievable. This globally addictive product still needs a massive marketing budget.
It completely defies business logic. Think about this. In the U.S. alone, tobacco companies spend over $8 billion a year on marketing. Let's break that down. That's just under $1 million every single hour.
Every hour on a product that's already naturally addictive.
You'd think nature did the marketing work for them. The nicotine should guarantee repeat business. And yet, this relentless marketing machine just keeps going. And you have to ask why. It's to recruit new, younger users, to fight against health education, and to make sure this plant's product stays as the most destructive commodity on Earth.
So if we just try to wrap this all up, We've followed this one plant from being a cherished, sacred gift domesticated, maybe even before corn, all the way to being a globally invasive garden thug.
A thug that now fuels an $850 billion industry that contributes to mass death and poverty.
What's so fascinating to me is the sheer biological tenacity of it all. This plant didn't just survive human cultivation, it is thriving because of it. It's using its own toxic chemistry to guarantee its own survival and spread.
It does. And that brings us right back to the beginning, and it raises a really important question, I think, for you, the listener.
Given those powerful traditional uses we talked about, right, the medicinal side, and the practical uses of its cousin in rustica as a pesticide, a scorpion cure, has our modern commercial focus on just smoking it? Has that completely obscured other beneficial uses?
Has we missed untapped pharmaceutical or agricultural applications from this remarkably resilient plant? It's a powerful thought to sit with as you think about the earth bounty and the complicated nature of the nightshade family.
Where the comforting potato and the dangerous belladonna grow side by side.
And tobacco stands so complexly right between them.